Mike Tirico next to the great tight end, Greg Olson. Glad you are joining us for this one. And off we go through the snow here in Cleveland. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Throwing to start. Here's Dart. Off throw. Right side taken by Njoku.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 2. Here's Dart. Left side into the hands of Olave. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Now the first carry for the Rutgers Scarlet Knight, Isaiah Pacheco. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Carson Schlesinger there on the stop.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
That'll be caught at Alvin Kamara. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. 1st down, New Orleans.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down.
A give here to Pacheco. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this play, Mike, is clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Second and 10. To throw is Dart. It's a short throw, caught by Njoku. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Brian Cook. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the top.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes.
And he's in! Touchdown, Cleveland. What a year. That is touchdown number 22 on the season. Riley Patterson now to have the extra point. These kicks not a given in the snow, but this one is good. And the Browns will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He's going to let Beth to bring this one out. Probably a wise decision as this ball comes out to the 35. the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Saint on the play. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. From the 41, here's 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, it's Dart. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And that is incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. There's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
This brought in out past the 20. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. They'll run with Judkins to begin the drive. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
Here comes 3rd and 6. Let's go. Shotgun snap to Watson. And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. That's where the offense will take over.
At their own 31-yard line.
On 1st down, Dart. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
So these screenplays, they always seem so commonplace. They seem a little bit routine, right, Mike? But really, for them to work, there's a huge, significant timing element to it where the offensive line, the back, you can't be downfield too early, but you can't go too late. There's so many reps and reps that allow certain teams to be really good at the screen game and allow certain teams to just never really get their screen game off the ground.
Pass is caught by Olave. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Oh, he's trying to use the big frame to push forward, but I don't think he's going to get there. He's held up at the line of scrimmage, and now it's 4th down.
Wisnowski in one formation.
That is fielded at the 20. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. Ready, go! Drive starts with a run by Judkins. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. Quincy Williams in there for the stop.
3-yard pickup.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains, they're nothing fancy, but they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road. The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Out of the gun, Watson. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Quincy Riley. And he's going to be looking at a short field for the offense after the INT. Chance to tie the game or even take the lead.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
The right side to Olave. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 19 Light.
On 2nd down, Dart. This one on target to Olave. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Here we go, here we go. 65.
So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the 1st quarter. It's the Browns with the advantage. And we're back to Cleveland in a minute. You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches.
Let's go.
Now Dart. They're trying to set up the screen here with Pacheco. That one way too slow in developing. They rally to the ball. They get the man, and it's no gain. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Saint on the play. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Go check. Ready, ready.
On the ground for the first time, this is Alvin Kamara. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. On play action, it is Dart. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
Out of the shotgun, it's Dart. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. Here's Braden Narvison now to try the field goal. This from an even 50 yards out. And he pushed it. No good. That is wide to the right. And they are not able to draw closer.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll run the toss here with Judkins. And he'll maneuver his way down to the 44. Kool-Aid McKinstry up to make the tackle.
4-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up second and
8. Second down and 8. From the shotgun, here's Watson. A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8.
Here we go. Check. Go.
To throw is Watson. The ball comes out. It's picked up by one of his teammates.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
This returnable for Hardman. Oh, how about that hit? Wow. He took a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
at their own 30-yard line.
Got it. Ready? Set up. Cougar 19.
They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. And they work this forward to the 35. Tackle there by Michael Hall. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. Now Pacheco loses the football.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
Let's go now. Ready?
Here's Judkins. Trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but he's shoved out of bounds and probably loses a yard.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Set up. Gotta be Lions. Cougar 19. Ready?
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9, and 3rd down coming up.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
And that is incomplete.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
Here's Ryan Wright now as he is on to punt for Cleveland. one hits at the 3, but goes in the wrong direction for the punter. It turns out to be a touchdown. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Go check. Check. 7.
The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. From the 21, here's 2nd down and 9. Once again, it's Pacheco. And a nice run there as he surges forward, a gain of 8, and sets up 3rd down.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. Throwing. Dart. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. Oh, he won't get there. Looking for a cutback lane. It never opened up. And now it's 4th down.
So barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it looks like this is going to be a 3 and out. So this offense has to get to the sideline and regroup, figure out what went wrong, fix it, because they've got to be able to maintain possession the next time out.
Going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. It's Watson out of the pistol. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That look good for a dozen. And a very quick 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Let's go.
They'll give it here to Judkins. And it takes a little bit of snow to make things slippery out here. He'll get forward for only a yard.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is, it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, you're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
Here we go. Set.
To the right side, it's Judkins. And he'll wind up getting about 4 before he's shown the sideline.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
It is 2nd and 6. Here's Watson. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
They need to get to the 22, but now face 3rd down. throwing is Watson. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
The defensive coaches, they preach all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
And this is going to work out just fine. Kick goes out of bounds at the 5-yard line. Here's Dart on 1st and 10. That one out wide for Kamara.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
Just that one touchdown on the board. 7-0 the score as the third quarter begins. On the return is Darden. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
A run, and here comes Judkins. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
To throw on 2nd down is Watson. Going right, it's taken in. Big strides, look at him go. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal. It is a big play for the Browns. 65 yards.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
All resting on the 9. 1st down and goal.
Let's go now.
They'll run it here, and here's Judkins. Some room to run as he takes it down to the 2-yard line.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Here we go. Go.
Judkins will score. Touchdown, Cleveland.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. And there'll be no return forthcoming, so the ball comes out to the 35.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
A play fake, now Dart, downfield for Njoku, into space, and he will score. David Njoku, touchdown New Orleans. That touchdown, number 11 on the year. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return is Garden. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
He'll run. This is Jerome Ford. And he'll try to drive forward. Not a bad game in these conditions. We'll give him about 5 yards.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 4.
Let's go.
Watson. Quick throw, taken in. And he is out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. It is a big play for the Browns. 38 yards.
You just don't see speed out of the tight end position like this guy, Mike. I mean, to catch an underneath ball and have the ability to turn into a runner, that's something we traditionally see from wide receivers and running backs, but this guy's as fast as anybody in the league. So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
On the check.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. We'll try and run for the first with Judkins. And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controls the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 4th down.
Well, this is why the head coach makes the big bucks, Mike, to make decisions like that. I think at this point in the 3rd quarter, you have a chance to really make a statement by coming away with 6. I'm keeping my offense on the field. I'm going for it on here on 4th down. I'm being aggressive.
Through the falling snow, the kick is good. And the Browns build their cushion to 10. It's now 17-7. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
35-yard line.
Slot man going to move in motion left. On 1st and 10, here is Dart. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
That's going to be pulled in by Camaro. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. It's a pickup of 12. It's good for a Saints 1st down.
A gain of 12. 1st down, New Orleans.
The throw is Dart. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
And this is really just more of the same that we saw in the first half. They have made it a huge struggle in the passing game. I mean, just no easy completions, no open space. Every single ball has been contested, and they've done a great job all day.
Throwing again, Dart. Now a short one caught by the tight end, Johnson. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Carson Schlesinger.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. That one out wide to 4. Down the left sideline. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal. It is a big play for the Browns. It covers 51 yards.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's a run. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
And he's forced to just get rid of it here. Now they're going to have to regroup and try again on 3rd and goal.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Big play coming up. 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Watson. That one taken in. Jerry Jeudy. Touchdown, Browns. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
And he will not attempt to return, so this will come out now to the 35-yard line. First down, Dart. Downfield for Njoku. That is brought in. And he's going to be marked down, bringing it all the way to the 25-yard line. That is a big gainer for the Saints. An even 40 yards.
First down, Saints.
To throw, it's Dart on 1st and 10. He'll get this complete to Pacheco. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
2nd and 4 at the 19-yard line.
On 2nd down, Dart. It's a short throw caught by Njoku. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
An 8-yard pickup.
A handoff to Pacheco.
First down.
To the end zone. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Saints. And that is touchdown number 25 on the year. No problem there on the extra point. And the Saints back within 10. It's now 24-14. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return is Darden. And he's going to be taken down there as we come to the end of the third quarter. So back and forth they go as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
Unlock line. Shots, go.
Here's Jenkins now as we begin the fourth quarter. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Now Watson gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a 1st down.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the fourth quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Now it's Watson. High-headed defender drapes all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
He's got a man. It's Bannon. He needed 13 and got 14 for the 1st down.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. Over the middle and caught by Judy. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Not just a 1st down, but reception number 70 on the season. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Come on, come on.
Running left is Jenkins. And he'll get ahead for a couple as the flurries continue to fall.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37. Here's Watson. Now, here comes the screen to 4. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking them down for a loss.
This a must stop for this defense. Facing 3rd and long. The throw, that's complete on the slant. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front. I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds. You know at this point the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
Pass is caught by Gray, right side. And he is very close to the 1st down, but an eyeball, he is shy of it. And they say it's 4th and inches. Out comes Riley Patterson to try the field goal. This just a little more than a chip shot. 32-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Browns will extend their lead.
I think apart from the wind, when you talk about kicking in the elements, Mike, I think the snow has to be the kicker's worst nightmare. It's just so hard to have the confidence that when you stick that plant foot, it's not going to give way. So give credit. That was really well done.
And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. Out of a gun, here comes Dart. He'll find his man, Nicole Hardman. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
For the Saints, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Two timeouts still left, but scoring quickly here, a must. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He'll drop this underneath to Pacheco. And he's out of bounds. Gain of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Operating from the gun, and it's Dart. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender, bodying his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
The dog pound, as usual, doing their part. This is 3rd down. To the air once more is Dart. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Njoku. Here we go. This is fourth down. They'll indeed go for it, and it's Dart. That's caught. It's the tight end, Njoku. First and 10 now from the 36.
And the Saints, first down.
19, Tiger, 19.
A gain of 7.
Kamara trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
A little surprising to see them keep the ball on the ground, especially given the situation, Mike. I mean, you're trailing. You haven't had a lot of success running the ball up until this point. They need chunk plays. They need to score, and they need to score fast.
And he gets him 6 yards closer before going out of bounds. Third down coming up. Looking to throw. It's Dart. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on down.
Ready? Let go.
On the handoff, Judkins. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. So they go backwards on first down. Here's 2nd and 13.
Go! Pass the 60. Bronco switch. Bronco switch. Ready?
Here's 4. Has an opening. Past the 40. It is a big play for the Browns. 45 yards.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. The defense can stop it twice more as the kneel down comes. So it's a win for the Browns. They get it done to the delight of this crowd. We saw a snowball or two launched in jubilation